All right, here we are with the Oilers, the number 2 seed in the North, versus the Jets, the number 3 seed in the North. My prediction for it was going to be Oilers in 5. The actual final is the Jets winning in 4, which is almost the exact opposite of what I picked. So, the season series, the Oilers won 7 out of 9 matchups against the Jets. That's way too much. And they had 6 in a row to close out the season. So, game 1 starts, and Smith is playing well. Jets are sort of getting back to their mid-season form where they were, kind of tickling first place in the standings a little bit. So, Puljujarvi starts the scoring for Edmonton, 1-0, and it looks like this series might be a little bit of a runaway. And then Pullman ties it on a rebound. So Edmonton's still looking like an early favorite. It was just a weird rebound. And then Logan Stanley with a shot from the point deflected by Toninato. And that goes in. So the play went on for another few minutes after that, and they ended up blowing a horn in the middle of play to count it, which was weird. And it was like a half celebration. Like, oh, okay, sick, we scored. So, bad timing goalie pulled Mike Smith. 3-1 with an empty netter, and then another empty netter for Blake Wheeler. 2 empty netters in that game. It was 4-1 final. No points for McDavid or Draisaitl, and Hellebuyck definitely stole it a little bit. He played really good in game 1, and I was kind of expecting the Jets to win 1 out of the series, and I was like, yeah, they could steal 1 from Edmonton. Hellebuyck's a good guy. He could definitely steal a game in the series. So, game 2, Oilers are strong early. Smith is strong on a Lowry breakaway, sort of, half breakaway from the side. Hellebuyck with a backdoor pad save on Darnell Nurse, who has been playing really good in this series as well. Goes to overtime, tied 0-0, both goalies riding a really, really impressive shutout bid and playing very well. So Paul Stastny with a far-out shot, just seeing eye shot, random goal, beats Smith glove side, he never saw it. Another stolen win for Hellebuyck. Nothing from McDavid or Draisaitl for 2 straight games, and it's looking a little bit rough for Edmonton. So game 3 starts. This was a huge game to me because I felt like at any time Edmonton could just click, break open that floodgate, and just start pouring in 4 straight wins. I felt like that was definitely going to be the case here. Whoever wins this game wins the series. It almost felt like a game 7 to me. So Draisaitl on the board early, which is floodgates. Oh no, they're opening. What do we do? We're at the Jets. I don't know how to defend that. So he snaps his drought. McDavid with an assist snaps that drought. Draisaitl scores again on a weird rebound play to make it 2-0 on a 5-on-3 power play. So it looks like the Oilers are turning this around. Then Ehlers scores bar in late in the second to make it 2-1 on a power play. Smith didn't have a stick. It was kind of awkward with him, but he was pretty deep in his net. And then Cassian scores shortly after, 3-1 going into the third. And then McDavid and Draisaitl are just on fire. So Larson shoots him from the point, deflected by Kara. 4-1, 5 minutes into the third, and it looks like this game's just a runaway, throwaway game for the Jets. Regroup, come back the next time, and see if you can maybe steal a 3-1 series lead. But, oh boy. Matthew Perreault scores on a power play on a mad scramble out front. 4-2 with about 8 minutes left. And then, around 5 minutes left, 5.5 maybe, it's Josh Morrissey. He shoots it, rebounds to Wheeler, shot, scores on the rebound. So, we got goals from Perreault and Wheeler, making this a 1-goal game. And then 16 seconds later, Josh Morrissey again shoots it from pretty far out, beats Smith low glove. Oh no, the Oilers just blew a 4-1 lead, late in the third. So then, goes to overtime, and 10 minutes in, Nikolai Ehlers, who's been playing incredible for the Jets, scores. 10 minutes in, off a face-off. And that's game. 3-0 Jets, and I don't even know what to think, because it's 3-0 the series, but if there's any team that's going to come back, it's Edmonton, right? You know, like they definitely have the capacity to win 4 in a row against Winnipeg. They've already just won 6 in a row not that long ago. So, Game 4, Wheeler feeds Scheifele for a 1-0 lead on the power play. And it looks a little bit out of reach at this point, but then McDavid, for his first of the series, ties it on a wraparound. Morrissey shoots, deflected by Appleton, makes it 2-1 Jets. Nugent-Hopkins scores a pretty decent goal, make it 2-2. It's 2 goals and 6 shots early in the second for Edmonton. Winnipeg's leading the play here, and then Chason on a rebound from Draisaitl takes the lead for Edmonton. So it's 3-2 early in the third. Ethan Bear with a bad giveaway to Wheeler. Nice pass to Connor. Back to Scheifele. Bam. Top shelf. Tie game. 14 minutes left in the third. Goes to overtime. Smith is holding the fort. He's playing incredible. Top 2 lines for Edmonton are alternating. There's no third or fourth line ever going out there. Darnell Nurse had over an hour of playing time this game alone, including 15 minutes in a 20-minute overtime period. Dude, I think he got like a 4.5 minute long shift there too. So game ends up going to triple overtime. Nikolai Ehlers hits the crossbar, kills my soul at 2 a.m. I was upset because I told myself I was watching until the game was over. I didn't care. I didn't care that I had school this morning. And then turnover by McDavid, chipped up the ice, partial breakaway for Connor, low blocker, beautiful shot. And this is the first series-winning overtime goal of the year. There was a few of those last year, mostly by Tampa, but this felt like probably one of the best moments in like recent Jets history. This felt amazing. If you're looking at it from a cheering for the Jets standpoint, they came back from 3 goals down with 8 minutes left, tied it, go to overtime, win. 10 minutes in, your big players are playing good, and then you sweep a really, really big favorite to win the series. That's got to be amazing for them. So what does it mean for the Oilers? They need more depth everywhere. You can't rely on a 39-year-old goalie to bail you out every game. You could double down on the squad. I don't think they would do anything too big yet. I think they might double down on it, but I don't think it's a good idea. Because you get another year or two of this, and McDavid's going to want out. He's not going to want to play in Edmonton his whole career. Nobody does. Edmonton's garbage at creating a team around a star. They had so many picks, and this is the first one that worked out simply because he's good enough to carry every other player on the team. So, McDavid still only has 1 playoff series win. And that's where I think, and I've said it before, Edmonton will not win a Stanley Cup with McDavid. They won't. There's no way, because he's the only consistently incredible player. Draisaitl's good, but he just wasn't producing for the first 2 games either. They did not do anything the first 2 games. Hellebuyck stole it. If you have a goalie that can steal the game for the other team, what do? You can't do anything. You need to have more than 2 lines rotating for 3 overtime periods. You just can't have 2 lines rolling. You're going to tire them out. Nurse and Smith are the only real pros I expect from them. They're the only 2 straight up good players I saw. For the Jets, it means just oh my god, that nobody expected this to happen for them. This might be the most unexpected series so far. If Nashville wins that series, it might top this, but so far this is the series that I have been very, very surprised with. So the cons for the Oilers are just that McDavid and Draisaitl are countered by Hellebuyck. And Hellebuck's not the best goalie in the league. You got Carey Price, you got Vasilevsky, you got Grubauer's playing good now for Varlamov. The Oilers are not going to beat any of those structured defensive teams at all. Not a chance. If they can't beat Winnipeg in 1 game, let alone a whole series, it's not happening. They need a little bit of a retool. potentially something like what the Rangers did, where they kept like Zibanejad and Kreider and some of their big guys and rebuilt around them. Rebuild around your future. McDavid and Draisaitl your future. Nobody else is safe. Maybe Darnell Nurse. Everybody else is fair game in my eyes. For the Jets, they're showing signs of becoming an actually competitive team. And I'm not just talking about in a Canadian division. I can't really think of somewhere they could have done better, except maybe everything is just such nitpicky. Like, you got Hellebuck. He's obviously your number one guy for a while now. He's amazing. He's gonna steal you guys the series like he did this time. You got your top few lines that produced amazingly. The only really big thing I'd say is that maybe Dubois do more and less reliance on Hellebuck. But they patched that up at the end of the series. Dubois is kind of a hazy area for me. It's weird. I don't know what I think of him yet. He's got to prove himself. I don't know. So anyways, that's it for the Jets-Oilers series. Obviously, I'll be covering more elimination games as they happen. There's no elimination games tonight, but tomorrow I expect all hell to break loose in the hockey world. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Like, subscribe, whatever, YouTuber stuff. Have a good one.